Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and it's Saturday morning, and you know what that means. It's weekly purchases, where we go in depth on what came through the door this week, what I picked up via the mail, the internet, you name it, and just a weekly check-in of what's going on in my figure life and our figure life community, I guess is the best term for this. So another week of quarantine life is behind us. I think it's week 100. I don't even know. Even longer, I haven't got a haircut. My hair is just totally out of control. I'm going to have long, flowing locks by the time this is all said and done, I have a feeling. Figure hunting, still on the back burner, not getting to hit the stores. Not a whole lot out there. I know there's some new Star Wars stuff coming here in May. A few other things, bits and pieces, but not really anything out there. From the sounds of things and what I see online, a lot of old stock still coming into stores. Just kind of hanging tight, waiting for the world to get back to normal. Nobody's sure when that's going to exactly be. It sounds like some stores in some areas are going to start opening back up. We'll just take it a wait and see approach, but not a whole lot out there for me that I'm searching for in the stores right now. However, I did get to go to one store this week. I went to the Walmart, not too far from me. Had to get stuff for the yard. Had a bunch of yard work to do over last weekend. And, you know, while I was there, the toy section was right there. I couldn't pass that up. So let's roll that cool little video right now here.
Walmart. What do we got? Oh boy. Look at that. Nothing I need. Let's see what we got in the aisle. Got some Star Wars. Nothing I need. Wow. Look at that. Basic 100 back with a vengeance. All damaged. Don't understand what happened to that set. Why they came all damaged. A little bit of Black Widow with the Marvel Legends. That's about it. Nothing good.
Well, there you have it. A quick little figure hunt. I can't wait for the day when I get back to my normal traveling schedule, work schedule, where I'll have, 20 different stores each week in a video for all you guys. I'll probably make a video a week of just figure hunting, hitting stores, and group them all together and see what's going on out there. But not a lot in that Walmart. That's a smaller Walmart, unfortunately. It's not one of the big super Walmarts with tons of space and tons of toy area. But, it's every once in a while, it's a nice honey hole out there that I'll pick up some things from. But besides the weekly purchases, still organizing my figure room. It's a constant process. I think all you fig hunters out there and collectors know your collection's never done. You're always rearranging, always reorganization going on. This week I've been spending a lot of time, I've been talking about in all these videos, my Jakks Ruthless Aggression complete set. I got the Billy bookcase shelves. I need some more Copco shelf risers from Bed Bath & Beyond. I'm waiting for a hot deal. They do have some hot coupons every once in a while. I need to buy a whole lot of those. So that's in the future week's plan. Maybe this week I'll finally pull the trigger on those. But I put my daughters, Elle and Emma, I put them to work this week on sorting Jakks figures. And got a little B-roll, a little roll footage here, right here.
Hi.
What are you doing, Elle?
I'm sorting all your figures.
How long is it going to take you?
A few hours.
Few hours. Emma, what are you doing?
Playing Roblox.
Playing Roblox? That's boring. Got Elle sorting figures today. We're trying to get through this. Part of the quarantine fun, I guess.
I'm gonna be a baby.
Elle, how are you coming? Is it getting there?
The question is, why does there have to be so many Batistas?
There's a lot of Batistas. I agree. We're going through with the checklist. We're going to get these all off the list. See what we need. It's a lot of work here.
That was my baby.
A lot of work. There's our friend Lemmy, Destroyer of Goldberg. Just a little work going. Look at freeing up some shelves. Got a lot of carded ones still to open. Quick weekly update there.
Funny to see the kids working away in the new Jakks room as they sort through my Jakks Ruthless Aggression set as I work on a complete set. There's no school going on for the kids, just a couple hours a day, so you got to do something with them. You got to put them to work. And no better place than my action figure room, sorting Batistas, Rey Mysterios, and Kurt Angles. It's a crazy checklist of figures I'm working through. It takes some serious time trying to make sure you got the right one with so many little variances on the Jakks figures, as a lot of you guys out there know and have seen in your own collections, I'm sure. Besides that, this week I was also a guest on one of the first episodes of Talking Action Figures. I posted the link on my social media, at SirPaul64 on Twitter, at @the_Kyle_Peterson on Instagram. Go to either of those and you can see a sweet interview that I did with Talk Action Figures, a new YouTube channel. Pretty clever, a pretty awesome show. The editing and stuff that goes on there makes, me look like a baby, a mere child. I'm not the most technical guy in the world, just enough to post some of these videos and do a little talking every once in a while. But a really fun watch. For me, you can never have enough action figure talk. I don't care what it's about, outside of maybe Barbies. I don't really want to hear about girl toys, but anything, stuff I'm interested in, or even toys I'm not really interested in as far as stuff like that. I could watch a documentary or a show on anything. And a lot of you guys are probably the same way, and I recommend following their channel, checking out their videos, just a different take on the action figure community, and I think all you guys out there would enjoy that, so definitely check that out. But that's it for this week, so let's get into weekly purchases. Not as big a week as some, but you'll see it all right here. All right, weekly purchases. Let's start in with a little Jakks Ruthless Aggression. As you guys all know that have been watching each week, working on a complete collection. This week, a lot through the door. Not as many as the prior few weeks. It's getting harder and harder to find some of them. There's still a fairly amount of easy ones I need to find, but there's also some of the really harder to find ones out there that I'm searching for actively. So the big lots are probably going to get smaller and smaller as we get closer to the end. But let's jump in. Let's jump into some Jakks little box sets. How about John Cena, the Chain Gang Soldier, through the door this week? One of the many Jakks box sets they did. This one drives me a little crazy. Look how big that shirt is. Just way too big and bulky of a shirt. But that's Jakks for you. So there's that one. Also had Victoria come through, her boxed figure. Sometimes there was really no rhyme or reason who got a boxed figure and who didn't, it seemed like. Here's what I've been looking for. I think I talked about this maybe in the past. Can't remember. Finally got it. Dawn Marie. ECW and WWE performer. This one is actually autographed. That does absolutely nothing for me. I am not an autograph figure person. If I'm going to have an autograph figure, I want two of them because I want one without the autograph. I'm just not a big... it's cool to have an autograph figure, but for some reason it takes away a little bit from the whole piece of the figure in my book, and especially this Dawn Marie. Can't say I've ever wanted a Dawn Marie autograph in my life. This is her only figure that was ever released, though. Very hard to get as it was online exclusive. Even got a little authenticity certificate with it. This autograph is unconditionally guaranteed to its authenticity by George's Cards and Collectibles. Okay, well, thank you, George, for getting that for me. Got to decide if I'm going to let these boxes breathe or not. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how I'm going to do that. I do have some that I'm not going to take out of the package. And then the final box set this week, some of you guys may remember this one. Triple H, Shawn Michaels, SmackDown 2009 SmackDown vs. Raw video game. Little video game giveaway that came with the game. If you're going to have a complete set, you got to have this in their figure here. It's funny, this has never been opened, but there is some of that Jakks staining that comes on cloth good figures on Triple H's arm when he has no cloth or any kind of goods on there. Very, very strange there. Should mention this week I'm breaking my own rule a little bit. I think it counts. Tell me if it doesn't. But this shirt I'm wearing here, little Jushin Liger Motorhead inspired shirt. Picked this up offline a few weeks ago. Very cool. Everybody knows I love Motorhead. I love Jushin Liger as well. Get those Storm figures out there. Those are amazing figures. I got all three. I'm hoping there's a lot more to come, but thought I'd point that out as it's usually a heavy metal band shirt. Not today. A little heavy metal inspired, though, I guess we'll say. Moving on, here's Backlash Ric Flair. In the red, I already have the black tights, same figure in the black tights. Now I got the red. I always like these pay-per-view sets, different packaging. I love package uniformity, but I love little sets here and there that have just a different packaging and a different aesthetics to it, and that's what this Backlash set does. Also in that set, we got John Cena. One of many million John Cena figures, a different little hat deco. Just a lot of John figures, as we all know, with just little changes here and there. So that's another one there. How about ECW pay-per-view, the return of ECW, John Bradshaw Layfield. I love this figure. They really do already have a Triple H that looks just like this. It's the same figure with a Triple H head. Jakks did that kind of stuff a lot, but loved JBL at this pay-per-view. Remember him back, John with the fans, big time, being just totally hated. But that ECW pay-per-view, this set's getting harder and harder to find, so happy to get that one. And speaking of this set, here's another one. How about Tajiri? This is probably the hardest to find Tajiri figure. A little different head scan, a little updated. I found this for a heck of a deal on Mercari. I was very happy. I jumped all over it right away. I'm glad to have this crossed off my list, and I'm pretty sure I have every single Tajiri figure made now, so even better to be done with that. This week, actually, I had one huge purchase that all of us probably have had to have in our time somewhere. I had to buy a brand new washer and dryer. The bill just came in. Ouch. Not fun purchasing a washer and dryer. I would rather spend a million other ways. I would rather spend that money. However, life happens. They both went out at the same time, so I had to get brand new ones. So there's a really exciting weekly purchase for you. Two more Jakks ones here. How about the Great American Bash? Very similar to the Backlash ECW one-off series. The Tori Wilson, very, very famous figure, very toyetic figure. When people think of Jakks female figures, or sometimes Jakks as a whole, they think of this figure. This is a very, very iconic Jakks figure. I would say definitely Tori's most sought-after figure, most memorable figure I think she ever had in her runs. I would be safe. I think that's a very safe bet. And then finally in this set, another JBL. It's two JBLs. JBL, they have him in black suits, they have him in blue suits, they have him in black hats, they got him in white hats. So, Great American Bash line. I think the most famous figures from this line is that Tori, and there is also a JBL in kind of a get-up similar to Tori's, is a very, very famous figure that a lot of people enjoy and have had over the years. That's the on-card stuff that came through this week, and it's crazy. Sometimes you can get them on card cheaper than you can loose, which is the greatest thing ever, because that way you're getting a minty figure. We all know how I feel about minty figures. I gotta have them. Loose joints and stuff, they'll be in the hot garbage of the week pile if we're not careful. But one album came through this week. CDs are getting tougher to find, as I talked before, and then a lot of new releases are getting pushed back later into the year, just like movies and everything else. But the new Danzig album came out this week, so I had to get it, being a big Misfits Danzig fan. However, this would be hot garbage of the music year so far, unfortunately. Like I said, I love Danzig, love the Misfits. Actually finally saw the Misfits in concert last year with Glenn. I'd seen him before without Glenn. I'd seen him with just Jerry. I've seen him with Michael Graves. But finally got to see him with Danzig in Chicago. It was rough. Glenn's voice is unfortunately totally gone. Sometimes you just got to hang it up. It's weird, too, this Elvis stuff. I get he loves Elvis. I've known it for a long time. He's threatened this release for years. Unfortunately, he should have probably just not had it. And very deep Elvis cuts. I'm not the biggest Elvis fan in the world. You respect Elvis. You've heard a lot of the hits. He didn't do any of the hits on here, which is unfortunate. I would have loved to hear Glenn Danzig sing Viva Las Vegas. Now, how would that be? That would be awesome. But anyways, that's probably the hot garbage music release of the year, unfortunately. His voice is just totally gone, unfortunately. But I did get something for the collector room. I got two of these. This is a little something. It's not figure related, but this is a strong recommendation. I got the first one hung up. I need to put this one up. It's a light for your basement, garage, whatever. It plugs into just your normal screw-in light. This is going to go in my Jakks room to give, that's also my utility furnace room. This light puts 3 different bulbs, LED. You can direct the traffic where you want the lights to go. totally awesome. I mean, it's about $30, lasts a 500,000 hours. I mean, that'll last me forever. Really brightens up that room. You know, our furnace rooms and stuff like that are traditionally dark. They're not finished. It's a great way to add a piece to that collection and make it that much more eye appealing when we're in there, I guess you would say. So very happy to get these. Strongly recommend. I think they're all over Amazon, all over eBay, everywhere. Get these. I'll probably get 3 more for my garage. Just love the light it brings out. So very, very recommended if you need one of those kind of things for a room in your house. Definitely get that over just your straight bulbs. This week, keeping with some heavy metal theme, you guys know I'm not a huge pop vinyl guy outside of the heavy metal releases, and that's what I got. Hot Topic sale came through, and I got the Slayer pop vinyls. So there's my boy Kerry King. Me and Kerry are awfully tight, good pals, always taking pictures together. But there's Kerry, Jeff Hanneman. Unfortunately, Jeff, as a lot of us Slayer fans know, died a few years back. Spider Bite took over. Really, really sad and unfortunate. And then Tom Araya, the leader, the lead singer of Slayer. Happy to get this pop vinyl set. Going with my Iron Maiden, Motorhead, Rush, Metallica, Alice Cooper, Joey Ramone. Like I said, I collect pop vinyls, but usually only the heavy metal releases are really all that does it for me. But very cool for my Slayer collection. As we all know, Slayer is done, no longer touring. I think that that retirement will actually stick. I don't foresee Slayer going back out. Been a lot of rumors about Slayer reforming. Tom not in the band, but having Phil Anselmo from Pantera as a lead singer as a new band would be interesting. I guess we'll see how that ends up shaking out. I did get a T-shirt release this week. Let me have my buddy introduce it here.
Danhausen, thank you for purchasing the t-shirt housing. Happy always love that Danhausen.
Danhausen. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Danhausen the wrestler, but a pretty cool t-shirt. I figured I got it off Pro Wrestling Tees. Not too shabby if you ask me. And then we got Lucy's. Everybody loves some Lucy figures. They got to be mint, but sometimes things go the other way on it. But here we go. Here's what we got this week. We got Kurt Angle in a little like presidential seal type singlet. I don't know if he wore that. I don't remember it off the top of my head, but who knows? But we all know Jakks, how they go. Got Edge, Rated R Superstar shirt, Edge. Now this one came with one of those ring sets. Those are a sleeper, harder to find collector's pieces of Jakks lore. Very tough to find some of those, but I'm working my way through it. Same with the Boogeyman from the ring release. A lot of Boogeyman figures out there. Here's a real hard one from Adrenaline 2-pack. Ezekiel Jackson. Very hard to find. A sleeper figure is only a Jakks figure. He later had a Mattel Basic and a Mattel Elite that go for a pretty penny these days. Still need to get the Brian Kendrick to match that one. It's on the list. I'll get it. Another one that's surprisingly hard to find, and when you do find them, they're fairly expensive, is the Hornswoggle figures. So there's another Hornswoggle. I want to say I got 2 or 3 more to get. I don't know if I'll get the silver and gold. I know I'm going to go Jakks Completist, but just like the Classic Superstars, I'm not getting those crazy 1 of 25, 1 of 100s, any of that kind of stuff anytime soon, and that's what some of those Hornswoggle figures are. Got another Kurt Angle. There it is. Old Kurt. Many, many Kurts. I talk about it all the time. Another guy that has a lot of figures, Chris Jericho. There's a Jericho for the collection. How about Jamie Noble? Now, I just found something interesting this week. Doing a little research. Hopefully I'll pick it up shortly. This is an earlier Ruthless Aggression in the blue tights, as you can see, but I've also seen purple tight variants. I don't remember that variant at all, but I've looked at a few different pictures. It definitely exists, so I got to get the purple one to match the blue. That's the completest in me. You got to get those variants. Another Kurt Angle, but a very rare Kurt Angle for Jakks, Kurt Angle with hair. I think this is like a WrestleMania edition flashback. Once again, I'll have to go to the checklist. But I think this might be the only haired release Kurt Angle in the Jakks lineup. So happy to get that off the list. Fit Finlay. There's a lot of Fit Finlays. We talked about him last week twice. I had 2. Here's another one. This one has gold boots. Drives me absolutely nuts. His head, how he's looking down all the time. He's got quite the look on his face, too, as you can see. I don't know what that face means, but anyways, it's a very interesting figure. Rey Mysterio, another one like the Angle Batistas, you name it, there's a million of. I really do like this later on Mysterio. I like when they made his head bigger. It's a little too big, but the previous versions, the heads were just a little too small. They never got it right. Could have been somewhere in the middle, but if I'd rather have too big than too small, I think. With some of those buffed up Jakks bodies, they gave, which I like. Some people don't, but I do. I think the big head at least fits a little bit better than that small little peanut-sized head. That's for sure. But still got a lot of Rays to go. It's unbelievable how many Rey Mysterio figures there really are. Triple H, this is from the Batista Adrenaline 2-pack. I had the Batista already. I finally picked up the Triple H. He also came with a water bottle. And this water bottle from Jakks drives me absolutely nuts because no figure has big enough hands to hold it. You could probably stretch the hands way out, but I'm not going to do that. But it's cool they inserted a water bottle. Bad that nobody can hold on to it. So I guess you put it down by his feet or something. I'm not exactly sure. That Triple H also comes with the muffler pipe accessory. Just one of those wacky Jakks accessories we're all accustomed to. How about some more Rey Mysterios? This is another Rey Mysterio from the ring set. On the picture of the ring set, it shows a little SmackDown logo. The old Jakks ring bait and switch, no logo, just the most basic, cop-out, plain Jane Rey Mysterio figure ever. Just a black shirt and jeans. Really not the best, not the fanciest. I mean, it's pretty big cop-out, but it is what it is, and you got to have it in the collection to be a completist. But another Rey, so kind of another one's similar. So, you got the white outfit, white shirt, white jeans. You could barely see it, I think, in the camera there. Gray mask, black, got 619 on the sides, but a little t-shirt design to it. So, they made a Rey in every single form they could. A lot of guys. Alert, we got the hot garbage of the week. And this is an unfortunate one. I was so quick to buy it. It was a hot price. I think I paid like $9 shipped for it. The Great Khali. Khali figure, the one in the black pants is very easy to find with the kind of the monster screaming head scan. This was the later Jakks Great Khali figure, a lot rarer. There is a box set that is on my most wanted list with the, kind of the luau type necklace thing. It's the same figure, just a little bit different, but they also released this by itself. Well, I looked, and you can't really tell from the pictures on the listing, but it's got some smudges. It's kind of got that like dyed plastic that some of the cloth good stuff get. I'm not exactly sure how that happened. I don't know if the camera could even really pick it up. There's a little bit on his forehead and a little on his arms there. But that's, unfortunately, this is going to be the hot garbage of the week this week. Good price. Thought I was getting a heck of a deal. This will be kind of a placeholder until I can find a better one. Just really, really disappointed as I love painted face wrestlers and I love giant figures. Giant Gonzalez, Khali. I would love to see an Elegante figure one day. Just really disappointing on this one. So, hot garbage of the week, placeholder. Hopefully I get a new one very, very soon. And then the final one, Triple H. One of the later t-shirt, there was a series, maybe 31, 33, something like that, of the Ruthless Aggression line where everybody had a t-shirt on. And that's the Triple H for that set. But that is it. Not as huge of a purchases week as the past few weeks. And, we'll see what happens in the future. There's a lot of new stuff coming up that I'll be adding to my collection. The Jakks stuff, I got to get this line finished. It's just getting harder and harder, like I said earlier, to complete the collection. As it's getting harder to find some of the niche releases and some of the smaller ones. There'll still be some few coming. I got quite a lot of things brewing for next week. And we'll hopefully get some new figures out there. And hopefully this quarantine will be over before we know it. We can be out hunting and the stores can get back to their full self and new products out there for all of us. But that's it this week for weekly purchases. I hope everybody enjoyed going through it and catching up for the week. Please make sure you like the channel, comment. I love the communication. What did you guys get this week? What are you looking to complete in your collections? What are you guys doing to pass the time with no real new figure releases? What are you guys doing out there? What are you collecting? Tell me in the comments. Hit the notifications. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. About 1,500, something like that. We've been going for 3 weeks now. it's crazy how much this is blowing up, and a lot of the great comments and social media message I've been getting from you guys. So I do appreciate all those. And then follow me on Twitter at SirPaul64, on Instagram at _Kyle_Peterson. And that's it. That's it for this week. I hope you guys enjoyed. You know, we'll talk very, very soon. And we'll see you all back here next week. And don't forget all the videos are popping up, the unboxings and some of the deep dive reviews. Check out some of those other videos. But until then, we'll see you guys all next week.